Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? I'm heading to the store right now, man. We gonna get right into this shit, man. I was wrong as two left feet. I was wrong as a motherfucker, man. Man, that was a terrible miscalculation on my behalf. It honestly was, but I made a video, but I didn't post it. But Ryan Garcia under Derek James's, under his tutelage, man, it was certain things that I was able to see from him. Like one thing about Derek James, man, I think when Derek James holds the mitts, it's more extinct. It's more instinctive. You dig? Like he trains his fighters to be a lot more instinctive. You dig? Instead of just calling out the combination, they'll see how he holds the mitts, and they'll get into a pattern of throwing, putting punches together off of how when he initially holds his mitt up. You know what I'm saying? So he's not saying 1-2 and slip, catch and shoot uppercut, get up under the hook. And he's not doing none of that. You dig? It's a lot more instinctive. And maybe he is, he's giving them slight instruction, but a lot of it is predicated on instinct. And it's certain things that he does as well, man. Like, just even when I was watching Ryan in the I don't know if it was the media workout or what, but just his pivoting, man. It's just like they're reading him more than listening to the instruction that he's giving. So he was forcing Ryan to pivot, you dig, and forcing him to use his feet, man. And it bore good fruit, bro. Like I mean, I've been going for years saying, man, it's the reason why Ryan ain't take that mandatory clause with Devin Haney, because he's going to lose. Just for that man to go in there and put on the performance of a lifetime last night, man, I was in utter disbelief, and I'm still in shock about it. But let's get into that fight, man. Just off rip, just the fact that he was coming out aggressive, and like I'm not really a big believer in like Ryan Garcia is one of them dudes. If he gets mad, he ain't got this menacing type look to him. Some niggas they'll have like this menacing type look to him to where you'll second guess playing with him. You know what I'm saying? You'll look at Ryan and you'll laugh. Now, granted, he'll beat the ever living shit out of you. I just never thought at the highest level, world championship boxing level, that he was, that guy. I never thought, just at one point in time, I was like, yeah, with the Luke Campbell fight, I'll take that back, man. But he massively regressed for what, 3 fights after the Luke Campbell fight, man. I was like, yeah, this dude is done. He ain't, his passion is gone for the sport of boxing. He just need to go on ahead and get money with Jake and Logan and them disorderly conduct motherfuckers. And I was wrong, bro. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was, just watching the meme. I'm like, nah, bro, this ain't it. Just for him to come out in the first round and really establish himself, man, and getting aggressive, bro. He came out and landed a devilish hook on Devin Haney, bro. And the first time he landed it, you literally see Haney's eyes roll in the back of his head. You literally see that, and you see him, him lose his footing slightly for a minute. So when I saw that, I was like, "Whoa!" Now, naturally, Devin Haney gets back into the, he reestablishes control of the fight. He's using his jab. He's using his lateral movement. He's forcing, he's not necessarily forcing Ryan to do too much. Like Ryan, no, he's missing big. He can't really cover the distance or whatever. He can't. He's his prototypical Devin Haney, and this goes on till about the 7th round when Ryan really lands that big, massive left hand and puts him on his ass. That was wild, man, because like this, and this is the reason why I had Regis Prograis beating Devin Haney, because he just has the propensity to plant his feet. Like you're doing everything, like what you're doing is working. Why are you going into these exchanges willingly, knowing that you don't have the best chin and you don't have the biggest punch to force somebody to gain your respect? When you look at Regis Prograis, he fought Regis Prograis. He fought a perfect fight against Regis Prograis, and even scored a knockdown. Why wouldn't you do that in this fight? And I think he was a lot more wary of Regis Prograis' firepower, like his punching power, as opposed to Ryan. Now, Ryan, and in happenstance has he's a lot more lengthier and rangier than Regis Prograis, so he covers distance a lot better. He has longer arms, so his shot, the amount of distance that he has to cover to get his shot to the target isn't as gradual or isn't as great as someone like a Regis Prograis. So he was able to step in a lot easier. He was able to, put shots on the glove or whatever, or on the arm or whatever the case may be. With Devin Haney, he was able to do that a little bit better because he's taller than Devin Haney, and Regis Prograis is, a lot shorter than the both of them. So for him to land that left hook because Devin Haney just fell asleep at the wheel, just wanted to just wanted to plan it. Just I don't know what he thought with Ryan, and you would have thought that he would have knew, bro. All right, yo, this dude has a left hook, the power to hurt me. We saw that in the first round, and he went to sleep slightly and paid the ultimate punishment for it. Paid the ultimate punishment for it, and it was all downhill momentum from Ryan Garcia after that. That dude touched Earth 3 times, 3 fucking times. That dude has never touched the canvas before. Just for him to go in here and get put on his ass, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And it got so bad, like just that it was all Ryan Garcia after that fight, and after he touched him and dropped him. I've never seen Devin Haney unravel like that because his attack got a lot more like predictable. He, he was pounding away to Ryan Garcia's body, and it wasn't even really doing nothing. We just knew, oh, yo, he gonna keep throwing the straight right hand, straight right hand, straight right hand, straight right hand to the body. And you don't have the type of power to make you to where you like, be wary of, continuously bending down to one side to where someone is just pounding on your rib cage like that. Like, that's yeah, this is Nats at a barbecue right here, whatever the fuck ever. But you just really seen his attack get extremely predictable, man. He started throwing these wide looping left hooks that he landed once early on in the fight, but he saw it coming a mile away. The jab wasn't there. I didn't see no left hook to the body the way that he was doing Lomachenko. I didn't see none of that. I didn't see none of that. Now, granted, I think Ryan's goofy Delaware shell kind of nullified them, them body shots or whatever because of how awkward it is. And he couldn't get to, he couldn't put that hook downstairs in his body like he wanted to because Ryan wasn't allowing it to happen. He wasn't allowing it to happen at all, just because how awkward that shit is, man. But I remember at a point in time in the fight, Devin got gun shy. He got apprehensive when throwing a particular shot. I think he was caught in the middle of, should I throw a right straight or a lead left uppercut? I think that's what it was, or like an up jab or whatever. And he didn't throw the shot. He holstered his guns on both. He feinted both of the shots, but I know he wanted to set one of the shots up, and he got countered. And Ryan Garcia was sitting on the rope. Dude, I'm sitting here like, what in the fuck is going on? And it got to the point where Ryan just started outboxing him, just simply outworking him, man. And like, I'm flabbergasted right now. He's throwing wide shots. Devin Haney is slipping him. What in the fuck is happening with Devin Haney? Now, Ryan could have knocked Devin Haney out. He could have went in there and finished that dude in that last round, and he should have went in there and he should have did that. But he want to sit here and showboat and all that. I'm like, bro, you just played yourself out of super solidifying a victory right here. Even though you solidified the victory, bro, that would have been a hell of a statement to knock out Devin Haney. You already the first one to not only drop him but stop him. Damn. But he didn't do it. He didn't do it, man. Devin Haney, like, wow, bro. Like, I massively overrated this dude. I honestly did. The only time I go for him is the time that he loses. I went against him with Regis and I went against him for Lomachenko. And I go for him in this fight and he loses badly. Loses badly. And him and his pops is talking about, yo, we want that rematch. And I'm like this, bro, no. Y'all don't deserve it. Y'all should have stayed y'all asses at 135 pounds. Gave Lomachenko that rematch. To further stamp it. Or, that could have been a really dope rivalry between the two of y'all. That could have been dope. That could have been a real dope rivalry, man. But you took that victory there and it was a robbery and you skated on to the next division. And this is your judgment for that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. But this is your judgment for that. Bill Haney up here playing it. Oh, yo, man, Lomachenko didn't do nothing to deserve no rematch. You're lying. You're lying. You lying through your teeth. Lomachenko didn't do nothing to deserve a rematch with Devin Haney when most folks feel like he lost that fight. You are out of you're flat out of your mind. Flat out of your mind, bro. But this is retribution for that act, man. Karma's a motherfucker. Karma is a motherfucker. You know, hey, it is what it is, though, man. But back to this, it's like, yo, bro, like, wow, wow. And it's kind of like, yo, just you're happy about it. Not happy about it, but it's just certain shit that is going to bring a lot of you dudes back to reality because like I said, I'm not paying. I didn't pay for that fight. I wasn't paying for that shit. You got me fucked up. I'm paying for Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. No, I'm not paying for that. I'm not, because I don't think that was a pay-per-view worthy fight, because I don't think either one of these dudes are pay-per-view worthy fighters, depending on who he gets in the ring with. Devin Haney is not a pay-per-view caliber fighter, bro. His metrics show that. They show that, bro. He did terrible with Regis Prograis. He did terrible with Lomachenko as far as drawing power is concerned. Nobody knows who you are. You haven't been out there enough to where people are gonna know who you are. You went undisputed and thought, all right, yeah, I made it now. So, yep, y'all got to pay to see me fight. No, bro. Reality check. Now, I think you was doing a lot of the shit that you needed to do. Like you should be commended for fighting the fights that you've been fighting in and going after them. Because allegedly you talking about fighting Sandor Martin now. Cool. That's dope. That's dope. So I don't knock you for that shit, but just you're bro, you're not bro. No. No, no, no. I'm not about to sit here and pay to see you fight, fam. I'm not doing it. Because you're not a pay-per-view attraction. Talented fighter, not a pay-per-view attraction. And I think this is a reality check for you, Brody. Like, you out of your mind if you think somebody's gonna pay to see you on pay-per-view again. At least not for another couple of fights. And you better look dominant and spectacular in those couple of fights. You're about to go through a serious rebuilding process. You dig? But what I really want to talk about is this, this slick fighter shit, bro. Listen, we gotta get rid of that shit, Brody. We gotta get rid of that shit because it is hindering a lot of you dudes. A lot of you dudes avoid the pocket. Now, you can commend Devin Haney for wanting to be, he's a little bit more reluctant to, not reluctant, but he's a little bit more, like I said, he has the propensity to plant his feet. Definitely, you dig? But with him, so this point isn't as much about him, even though he does kind of suffer from it. They avoid the pocket, even though he has the propensity to plant his feet because he wants to be known as a respectable puncher. But they avoid the pocket. They avoid the pocket, and this whole Floyd Mayweather moniker shit has just really gotten out of hand, bro. They avoid the pocket. They want to stay on the outside. They want to tap dance. They want to circle the perimeter of the ring. They want to, have an economic fight as opposed to throw, put one or two punches together. They want to, that's how they want to fight. Hit and not get hit. And I'm not mad at somebody for taking the least amount of damage, but at some point you got to let it be known. All right, cool, man. If I'm faster than you and my IQ and brain is a lot, works at a much more rapid pace than yours. So, all right, cool. I can put three punches together. I can put three punches together and get out before you even, you're able to counter the first one that I threw. You dig? 1, 2, 3, I'm out. 1, 2, 3, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of, razzle dazzle the crowd or whatever the case may be, man. That's not the case with these fighters, bro. A lot of this whole slick black American shit has got to come to a cease because it's hurting y'all. It's really hurting y'all, man, because y'all are, the minute y'all get in front of a fighter who is able to apply a certain amount of pressure, y'all buckle. Lomachenko had that man under a high amount of duress in his fight. He just didn't have the punching power to get rid of him or even sit him down. He came in at 160 or some wild shit like that in that fight. Well, it is what it is. But for him, he was legit Mortal Kombat uppercutting Devin Haney, splitting that guard. to the point where he was leaving his feet, not just losing balance. He left his feet one or two times in that fight against Lomachenko. When a certain amount of pressure being put on you, you buckle. What the thing is with Lomachenko, he didn't have the punching power, but he had the high skill set to really cause duress in that man in them certain pressure situations. Ryan Garcia doesn't have the skill of a Lomachenko, but he has the explosiveness and the punching power. And the minute it was somebody of, who's maybe not as talented as him, but is talented enough to where they can land the shot, they have good punch placement, it was a problem. It was a problem, man. Could you imagine Devin Haney in front of a Super Matias right now, bro? No, 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 no. So I'm not advocating that Devin Haney just completely avoid being an outboxer and stay planted on his feet, but he's gonna have to learn to get composed enough in the pocket to where I don't have to take half steps back all the time. I can sit there and pivot and spin you out. I'm defensively responsible in the pocket. Look at what Bud was doing with Earl Spence. Look at how he was able to protect himself. Now, granted, Bud is a much more bigger puncher and impactful puncher and concussive puncher than a Devin Haney, but minus all of that shit, just look at how he was able to protect himself and pivot and spin out and plays really well, precise counter punches to, through in between dudes' punches. They're gonna have to get back to that point and just getting comfortable under a certain level of duress. Because after Richardson Hitchens' performances, a couple of weeks ago, and now this, and even Shakur with Edwin De Los Santos, bro, it's looking bad for these Black American boxers who have a safety first type of mindset. I don't mind it, but like look at Tony Harrison. How Tony Harrison fought Jermell Charlo in the rematch. Had he not been playing, he wins that fight easily, man. But he was doing all the extra shit, man, like showboating and all that shit. But that's the type of comfortability that you need to have in the pocket. All right, cool. If need be, I can take it to the outside. I can tap dance. I can take half steps back off the jab. I can keep a certain amount of distance between me and you to where I'm completely out of range of any danger, but you're not, because you have to go on the hunt for your kill. You can have that at your disposal, definitely, man. But you also got to know, all right, man, the more I tap dance from the outside, the more energy I'm going to waste, even if I'm not putting punches together like that. Just me consistently backing up instead of going in the natural motion of my body, which is to go forward. I'm putting all this excess, stress on my muscles or whatever, and it's fatiguing me. So let me sit here. Let me work on my defense in the pocket. Let me work on catching. Let me work on shooting them back. Let me work on just catching shots, just catching shit. That's another thing that Derrick James had Ryan doing. Just catching the shots, not even moving, not even slipping so much, just catching them. Just catching them. Just checking the shots. Check. Throw it, hook it back, just shit like that. Shit like that, where you're poised and composed in them type of situations where most niggas unravel, because you're gonna come across somebody who applies a certain amount of pressure to you where this is just an escapable situation. You have to plant your feet, and not just plant your feet, but just be judicious about it. You can still 1 and 2, throw your 1s and 2s and maybe an occasional 3, man, but you want the shots to be so sharp and precise, and you want your defense to be so immaculate to where he can't find the shot even if you opened up wide to land the shot. This whole slick Black American moniker has to go, because this stable of fighters, not stable, but this grade of this crop of fighters, it's like, yo, Shakur Stevenson has had 2 fights. Now, granted, I think his hand was fucked up in the second fight, or not the second fight, but the Edwin De Los Santos fight. But his fight with Nicotila, where he was just doing laps around the ring because he said, yo, man, I ain't trying to get hit by this nigga. Y'all got to get composed in them situations, man, because what happens when you fighting somebody where they're not going to give you the opportunity to just run around the ring? They're durable enough to walk through whatever shots you place on them. They're durable enough to do that and get away with it. And they're also skilled enough to where I could throw a 10 million shots, but I'm gonna land 500. I'm gonna land 2 million of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Williams Zepeda is a dude with real good punch placement. Real good punch placement. He's gonna let some shit go. He's gonna let some shit go. And what happens when he lands? And you're not gonna be able to stay away from him the entirety of the fight because he's completely disregarded. He has no respect for your power, and he just has this instinctive dog in him to where he's like, yo, nah, bro, I'm on your ass now. I'm on your ass. This is what I got to do. So I'm gonna close distance. I'm gonna tighten up my guard. I'm gonna be a little bit more quicker on the counters. And I'm gonna make it a really uncomfortable fight to you. I'm gonna get you. What's my man name? David Jimenez against Scrappy Ramirez last night. He was just really making it a rough and rugged fight, pushing him around, forcing him to the rope, dig into the body, get on the rope, cut the angle, just shit like that. Where you're making the pure boxer who has a safety first type mentality uncomfortable. This slick black American shit has to really come to an end, dude, because it's really kind of like, nigga, you not this man, Floyd's not staying, but Floyd's influence on the sport of boxing that we know it today is just really ridiculous. It's past ridiculous because these dudes don't, they're not Floyd. These niggas are not Floyd. Go around, nigga. These niggas is not Floyd. Everybody want to use the Philly now. Everybody want to tap dance. Everybody want to just fight a safety first fight, which I'm not. This is your life at the end of the day. Yeah, you dig. Just so you have to protect yourself, but you also are in the hurt business. You're in the entertainment business as well, and your stock drops when motherfuckers don't want to see you fight. Yo, man, that shit was boring. I don't want to watch you fight. And when people start, when people when people stop watching you fight, all right, now you worrying about your coins. How you gonna get another fight, bro? I don't want to see. Look at Lara. Incredible as a fighter Lara is, bro. I would never forget when he fought Terrell Gausha. They would count down from 10 at the start of, just at the end of every round. 10, 9. I'm like, God damn. It was just cutthroat because it's like I can't take this shit, bro. Like, just protect yourself, yeah, but you're also in a position where you're being paid for this, and it's our dollars that are going to seeing you fight. And you're making us boo you. You're boring us. You're putting us to sleep. You're putting us to sleep. So you definitely have a job to do as far as entertainment is concerned, man. And the best way to do that is to start working on your flaws. And a lot of y'all's flaws is y'all don't like to stand. Y'all are not comfortable in the pocket. And if y'all do decide to enter an exchange, it's a it's low IQ shit. It's low IQ shit. You know what I'm saying? It's you. Like when Devin Haney fought Jorge Linares, putting one too many punches together, bro. Why are you putting that many punches on Jorge Linares when he's one of the bigger punches in the division, even at that time? You don't need to put that many punches together, and you got punished for it. And even the ref, bro, like, what do? You don't dock this man a point? All the rough, all the hugging and all that, bro. He should have got docked. The same way you docked Ryan Garcia for punching off the break, Devin Haney should have got docked as well. That's excessive holding. Now I get it. You got to do what you got to do to survive. Yeah, but Devin Haney should have took a knee at a point in time. And I'm not mad at him for holding, but at some point the ref does have a job to interject. Nah, homie, you doing too much. You're doing too much. You dig? So there's no reason why Devin Haney should have got hit with that left hook, especially for someone who professes to be such a defensively minded fighter, a safety first type of fighter. That hook should have never found you as easily as it did. The first off the gate, when he came out aggressive, he put one on your chin and your eyes rolled in the back of your head, bro. How does that happen? Mr. Philly Shell, you dudes with this Philly Shell shit, man. It's like, bro, man, y'all have to, man, come on, man. Come on. The safety first slick black American shit has to come to a stop. It has to come to a stop. It has to. Fuck is these police? Oh, okay. It has to come to a stop, bro, because it's really hindering y'all. It's really hindering y'all. Parnell Whitaker is a dude who can tap dance from the outside, but he can get low on the fucking rope. He can get low on the rope. He can get low under the, at mid ring and slip and weave all the shots that you're throwing at him, bro. Like he's that immaculate of a defensive fighter. Y'all niggas is just circling, doing laps around the ring. Which is cool. I don't have an issue with that, man. But eventually that runs its course when you come across a certain grade of pressure fighter. Y'all niggas gotta stop, man. Just these past few years, I didn't really start hearing about the slick black American shit till, you know, Canelo. Everybody was, decided they wanted to take their pot shots at Canelo, and just after Floyd retired, and you just see all these fighters, and everybody, oh shit, I'm Philly shelling, and I'm Philly shelling, oh the Philly, the Philly, the Philly. And then when someone put Adrian Broner, Marcos Maidana, certain grade of pressure fighter really gets under your skin, bro, because you're not used to being in them type of pressure situations at that level. You dig? You'll be in that in the gym or whatever the case may be, but when you're in front of another world champion who can apply world championship level pressure, this is the result of that shit. And Ryan isn't even known as no pressure fighter like that. He has one way, just he's not really savvy in the clinch like that. He's not savvy like that in the clinch. He likes to work at around about mid distance. But he's good enough in the pocket as well, as we saw last night. It was just really ridiculous, man, how just how bad Devin Haney looked last night. He regained control, of the fight after the first round, and just to get, you would think that, bro, all right, cool, you no adjustment, bro, no adjustments made, bro, just this shit is sickening, bro. And one more thing, but I want to say before I get up, because I got to get up in this store. I'm saying I still have Devin Haney beating Tank. I definitely do. People are really putting too much emphasis on the fact that Tank beat Ryan and Ryan did, or Tank stopped Ryan and Ryan did what he did to Devin Haney, and they're forgetting that it was weight stipulations on that, for that fight with Ryan Garcia. That shit makes it, and then it wasn't just like it was a rehydration clause or a catch weight or nothing like that. No, it was both. It was same day weigh-ins and all that shit, bro. He couldn't rehydrate back up to his, a certain weight, healthy. It took something out of him. It took something out of him, bro, and that shit matters. Maybe by that time I was, I had lost all, hope in Ryan anyway, so I was like, he's not gonna beat Tank. He's not gonna beat Tank. He wasn't gonna beat Tank. So that shit that shit wasn't necessary to me. And then for him to do that shit, I was like, all right, bro, like nah, son. It was you. I think you kind of took that victory away from yourself in my eyes because you did that shit to him. That shit was corny. That shit was corny. So Tank beating Ryan Garcia under weight stipulations isn't the same as Devin Haney losing to Ryan Garcia. It's not. It's not. Ryan Garcia lost to Devin Haney or lost to Tank Davis because of weight stipulations. Maybe it could have been. Maybe Tank could have beat him without it, but we'll never know now. We'll never know now. But even then, y'all are also forgetting that Tank Davis was able. He put a rehydration clause on Mario Barrios, and Mario Barrios is not the fighter that Devin Haney is. He's not. He's a bigger puncher. He doesn't have the feet. He doesn't have the IQ. He doesn't have the counter punching. He doesn't have the defense or nothing of that. Nothing of a Devin Haney. And he was still able to keep Tank at the end of a jab. He was still able to do that. You dig? Who you fight matters, man. I'm arguing with people about that right now, man. Who you fight matters. Because when you fight a certain level of opposition, your flaws permeate to the top, and you're able to go back to the you're able to go back to the to the drawing board and really work on filling that gap in your game. Or even if you don't work on it, you've seen it before from a certain caliber of fighter. So when you see it from someone who's a step up under the fighter that you just fought, oh, I know how to deal with this. I know how to nullify this because I've done it before. I've faced this shit before. You dig? I'm a chameleon now. I'm a lot better suited to deal with it. Tank hasn't done that. He hasn't done that. And because of the quality opposition that Devin has been in with a healthier Ryan Garcia, a Lomachenko, George Kambosos, and Regis Prograis, he's a little bit more equipped to deal with a certain pressure from a certain individual, a certain level of pressure fighter. And Tank isn't even a pressure fighter. He likes, he's a counterpuncher as well. He likes to lure, he likes to lure you into a shot and capitalize on the miss. But this notion that because Devin Haney lost to Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis knocked out Ryan Garcia is a little bit ridiculous to me, man. Maybe I'll change my mind after the Frank Martin fight, maybe. But bro, as of now, nah. I'm not. I still got Devin Haney winning that fight, man. So I need niggas to pump the brakes on that. I was arguing with motherfuckers about that all night. Nobody wants to really unpack shit. I'm still arguing with niggas about the sparring footage. Sparring footage from when dude was, what, 10 years ago? Nah, come on, man. Dude was a teenager. No, we're not doing that. And that footage was pieced together, chopped up. Like, y'all niggas is goofies. But nonetheless, Devin Haney really, disappointed me last night. Ryan Garcia somewhat impressed me. I gotta be real. He somewhat impressed me. You just that Delaware shell is not as it kind of works. It kind of works, but it was other shit that I was seeing from him. He was a lot more composed in there, and not just he was in there. He was composed in there with a quality fighter. Let's not act like Devin Haney isn't a quality fighter, but just his level of composure in there, and I was impressed by that. I gotta be real. And just the head movement, man. It wasn't consistent, but he got to a point where he was making Devin Haney miss, getting his head off the lines. What are you doing? So good win for Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney, bro, I massively overrated you. I thought you was gonna go in there and do what it is that everybody else thought you was gonna do, and you did not do it. This is one of the bigger upsets this is a huge upset right here, bro. Man, oh man, oh man. I hope after this you take your ass back to regular DAZN, a regular DAZN app fight. You dig? That pay-per-view shit is dead now. That shit is dead, all the way dead. Rest in peace. And keep doing what you're doing because you're still a champion and you still are. You go and get that Sandor Martin work. I think Teofimo will be a lot more accommodating now to fight you after you look the way that you look. But pay-per-view is dead, Brody. And you got work to do, bro. That's just being real. I think you need to get away from your pops. And get with a trainer who can help you on infighting. Planting your feet, knowing not to open up too much on the combinations, and just getting comfortable in pressure situations when a fighter is in your chest right there and they ain't going nowhere. To where then he's not gonna give you no room and no leeway to do whatever it is you want to do to tap dance. Nah. Get in front of a fighter that is, get with a coach that's gonna bring that out of you. And get away. Your pops is not it, bro. Bill Haney is not it. Bro. Salute to Bill Haney for what he's doing to you from a business standpoint, but as a coach, no. That ain't it. That ain't it at all. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I'm feeling about it, man. This is really weird and surreal to me. that we having this conversation about Devin Haney losing to Ryan Garcia because I never thought it was gonna happen. But it is what it is. Good win, Ryan Garcia. Shame on you, Devin Haney. I'm going to the stove, man. I'll get with y'all later, yo. Deuces.